Tonight, hopeful entrepreneurs who believe they have the next big business idea will enter the Shark Tank seeking the financial backing to make their dreams come true.
You on them like a buzzard on a gut wagon.
That's Robert. You just described him.
I like your style, baby.
The Sharks are ready to invest using their own money, but only for the right person with the right idea.
How much did you put in?
A couple million.
Wow. I'm out.
How much is left, Bob?
There isn't.
I'm out again.
But first, the entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
$800,000 and it's just vaporized? You work for me, I'd fire you right now.
And if the sharks hear a good idea, they'll fight each other for a piece of it.
Damon, you are one greedy shark. You're a vampire. You're sucking the life out of George.
You're getting excited.
Wow.
The best things in life are free, but that ain't really good enough for me. I need money. What I want, that's what I want. That's what I want. What I want. That's what I want.
My name is Jan Augenstein, and I'm from Yellow Springs, Ohio. For my day job, I work in real estate and I rehab homes. In these tough economic times, people still want to redecorate and make their spaces beautiful, but we just don't have the money to do it. But I have found a way that you can go ahead and create that beautiful space on a very limited budget. Family is the most important thing in the world to me, and actually my brother supported me in this venture. I turned to him for money, and he partnered with me in this in the beginning. Over the past 6 years, my brother has invested so much money in the product. We've had some setbacks. I'm so sorry it didn't go better.
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, it's the risk. I took it. We took it. It's a great product. Just be nice we had some help.
I lose sleep at night thinking how much money I owe my brother. I know that my brother believes in me, but I would be totally heartbroken if I couldn't do it. If the Sharks don't invest in my company, my brother will be out $250,000. I may be out of my house. I just don't know. Hello, my name is Jan Augenstein, and I'm from Yellow Springs, Ohio. My product is fridge fronts, and I'm asking for $100,000 in exchange for 30% of my company. I was living in base housing in 1999, and we had a hideous refrigerator. You really don't want to have something that you're not in love with in your home.
Jen, just out of curiosity, what's base housing?
Oh, military base housing? I was an Air Force life, and I lived on a military base, and they provide housing for you?
And bad fridges.
Yes. So I came up with the idea because we had an appliance very similar to this. In fact, this probably could have been it. So my product, Fridge Fronts, is a magnetic skin. It's a decorative finish, and you can easily cut it with scissors and apply to any appliance, just like that. It's very easy to do. Let me give you an example. So in this economy, you may have a fridge that works, but it's just unattractive and unappealing. You can go ahead and purchase this for under $100 and change the complete look of your appliance. I also have other designs. Most people like stainless, so I have stainless finish. I can do decorative finishes. Anything just funky, we can get crazy. The possibilities are completely endless.
Jen, do you have any sales?
Yes. I started in '05. We got our patent at that time, and the first thing we did was Sky Mall. So I think we did $40,000 in sales.
Did you have to pay for that space in Sky Mall?
Yes, I did. It was about $18,000.
So you, on $18,000, you generated $40,000 in sales?
Yes.
Was that about a break even for you, give or take, or did you make a little bit of money?
Well, no. What had happened is we were sort of at the mercy of our print house, and they had quoted a price for us, and we signed all the paperwork. They came back a couple months later before it went into the catalog and charged us an additional $10.
You didn't have that in the contract with that particular supplier?
No.
Jen, you're at the mercy of one supplier?
We were at the time, yeah. We're from a small town in Ohio, and we were just getting started. We had not done trade shows yet. Since that time, we've done a few trade shows and made some connections. So we could do this by having it done overseas at a cheaper cost.
Besides that one Sky Mall test, do you have any other sales?
Yes. Actually, the other thing that happened in '08, Rachel Ray found us online. They wanted to recreate a kitchen just like Rachel's. They used our product. I made a custom one for them. They put it on air. We didn't know how much server activity we would need to support it. So what happened was our servers crashed.
Oh,
we had
gosh.
so many hits.
After you got how many orders did it crash?
Well, there's another little problem. I know, it's a lot of
gosh.
negativity. I know,
Yeah.
but we keep getting up and trying. It's like a phoenix. So what happened that time is the print company we were working with went bankrupt. Our product, which we'd already paid for, was stuck in their bankruptcy warehouse. So we had to buy it back, which held us up like 2 months. And by that time, people lost interest.
Jen, there's nothing proprietary about that magnetic film, is there?
We can do, this is an adhesive. We can do a foil adhesive to the magnet.
But what is the patent?
It's a utility patent that we did get.
So you're the only one who can put a sticker on a fridge.
Magnetic, yes.
Do you have product now?
Yes. Yes, I have 1,500 blank sheets that are ready for printing, and then I have about 1,000 of our old printed designs in a warehouse.
Do I have to tell you what model fridge I have, or I can cut it?
We went to a one film like this, a skin, that you can cut yourself.
Jen, I'm curious, how much money do you have in this?
I'm glad you asked. $250,000 so far.
Where the heck did you get $250,000 for a refrigerator magnet?
My brother, he really believed in my idea, so he supported me and he invested. I feel obligated to repay him, and he still believes in me and the product, but he just could not continue to pump the money into the magnets, and so he kind of got burned out.
Very pragmatic, I must say. But it's not a company. It's actually a product. I can see how this would be something people buy, but because it's not a company, I'm out.
Jan, it's a great presentation. You seem like a very nice person. For me, it's too small, a very custom-oriented business. I'm out.
The bottom line is I don't have a clear direction on where I can help take this business. So with that, I'm going to respectfully be out.
3 sharks are out. Jan only has 2 more chances to make a deal.
Jan, I have a question.
Three sharks are out. Barbara and Kevin Harrington are Jan's last chances to make a deal.
Jan, I have a question. How much inventory do you need here?
The majority has been like for our beach print, and I was going to show you that. May I?
Yeah,
And these are just from our early designs.
that's a pretty look.
Yeah, and what we can do, the thing I'm most excited about, we only had 5 designs, but what we can do with the proper input is to have a website where you can send in your own image. We can customize it, your kids, your family, your dogs, your cats.
You could also do your dishwasher
Yeah.
and your microwave and whatever, I mean, other things around the kitchen, right?
Even washer and dryers.
I have an interest in this. I think it's a cheap-ass way to doll up a refrigerator, as well as other appliances. So if you'd be willing to just limit yourself to 3 best-selling designs, then I would give you half the money. But you're going to have to get another shark to give you the other half.
If I gave you $100,000, would you be able to get onto a QVC, HSN?
Well, with the 100,000, we need to focus on some new designs and enhancing the website to do the customs.
See, my interest wouldn't be focusing on new designs, it'd be focusing on selling what you have,
Absolutely.
okay? I mean, you've already spent $300,000 to develop a myriad of product, okay? To go do something new is to me, ridiculous. When you said you spent $18,000 in Sky Mall and brought back 40, that's a big success to me. If Barbara and I each had 25%, I'd put my $50,000 up to her $50,000, I'd be in. You've got an offer, what are you gonna do?
You know, I think that sounds perfectly fair because I would appreciate you guys taking a chance, and you should get half.
Is that a yes?
That's a yes, I accept.
All right. Thank you, Jan.
Thank
Okay,
you.
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck with both of us.
Thank you. I'm so happy. Thank you. Yes. The Shark Tank was my last hope for the business. If I had not had this deal, the company was just going to fizzle out in my basement. And I have to tell you, the Shark Tank works.
A short time ago, we met entrepreneur Alan Kaufman and watched him strike a deal with Kevin Harrington and Damon John.
Alan, I can't take it anymore. What are you going to do?
I'll live and die with you guys. You got a deal.
Okay, good job. Thanks.
I look forward to working with you.
I'm Alan Kaufman, and I'm the creator of Nubrella. Nubrella is a new revolutionary umbrella design. It's the world's first hands-free umbrella that is absolutely impossible to invert.
That would be it. So today I'm bringing Alan over to close the deal with the Sharper Image.
Hello, welcome to Sharper Image.
At the push of a button, they can put the product in every household around the world. So this is a multi-million-dollar deal.
That is terrific. I've never seen anything like that in the marketplace.
For 2 years, I tried to get a deal with Shopper Image, and one call from Damon, and here we are.
Alan, you have a great product. Great. Look forward to the relationship.
I can't thank this guy enough. I'm so excited to be working with him.
Thanks, bud.
Next into the Shark Tank is Bob Krupa, who needs an investment from the Sharks to save his once successful business.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bob Krupa. I'm here today looking for $500,000 for a 30% stake in my company, New Era Brands. Clip and Go, Mint and Gum, and Clip and Go contact lens case product lines. Everyone knows what it's like to forget their breath freshener. But with my convenient clip-on case that clips onto your backpack, keychain, or purse strap, filled with my powerful, sugar-free mint and gum, you'll never forget your breath freshener again. The mint and gum business has annual sales in the billions, but it's not just about blowing bubbles anymore. Functional products with enhancements is growing in the multi-billions. I want to take my existing mint and gum in a whole new direction, adding enhancements like vitamins and antioxidants. I'm also introducing my Clip and Go dual-sided contact lens case. You fill it with rewetting solution and an extra set of contact lenses, and it clips right onto your backpack or keychain. My products are what you need when you need it. And with your investment today and your expertise, we can take this to a whole new level.
What does the contact lens stuff have to do with the gum?
Well, they're two separate products, but at the same time, they're Clip and Go. They're for people on the go.
Are you really in the container business, or the mint business, or the gum business, or all of the above?
Or the contact business?
All of the above.
What are your sales of all this stuff?
We had $817,000 of cash last year in sales.
Oh, whoa.
We have not introduced the lens yet at all. We were in Walgreens, and we were in Winn-Dixie, and right now we're on Amazon.
The words were and $800,000 don't really go together that well.
Well, we ran out of product.
How's that possible? You got a successful business, you got $800,000 in sales, and you run out of product? If you work for me, I'd fire you right now.
One of the things against going against the big brands is that getting the shelf space, getting on there, it's very hard to stay on there.
What did you make on $817,000?
Well, we haven't made real profit yet.
What does that mean?
Well, we put it back into the business.
You know people have come out onto this carpet that never had anything near what you had in sales. $800,000 and it just vaporized?
Overhead was ridiculous.
Well, that's your fault.
I still understand what went wrong. You say you didn't have sales because you didn't have order. Is it because you couldn't finance the orders, or is it because people just stopped buying?
Well, some of the places that we had them in, some of the stores, were doing it for promotional periods. It would run.
But why didn't they reorder?
They change all the time. I mean, especially in the confection and the mint and gum.
Not the mainstream brands. You can still find the same gum.
Of course you can.
Rob, that's all, but you're not doing a good job of explaining, because somewhere you're losing me.
Hey, let me translate, because I think I got it. You have a novelty item that sells a commodity, mints and gums. Retailers brought it in by the hundreds of thousands. They look at the margin they make and how much shelf space your product takes up, didn't meet the hurdle. They replaced your stuff with other stuff that does. If you can't beat rubber boots, for example, you're not going to stay in. They're going to put rubber boots there instead. You had a sugar spike. You went up to $800,000 and straight back down because you couldn't stay on the shelf. True or false?
Well, they reordered and reorder, and then they
stopped because it didn't meet the gross margin per linear inch. That's what happened.
Is that correct?
What?
Yes. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, Rob. I'm out.
What did you make on $817,000?
Our margins are about 32%.
So on $800,000 in sales, you made about $240,000.
Right.
And then you paid your expenses yourself. What was left at the end of the day?
Well, I had a operations manager and a president who was really doing a lot of the running of the day-to-day business.
Did you have a lot of money you had to throw at this, and how much did you put in?
A couple million.
Sorry? You put what?
A couple million.
Of your money?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that money from? What do you do for a living?
I did what you did. real estate developer.
Go back to it.
So, Bob, seriously, $2 million?
Yeah.
And how much of it do you have
Most
left?
of it was overhead, as I said. We made mistakes. I mean, I got to be honest. There were mistakes. The overhead was ridiculous.
How much were you paying these other guys in overhead?
$60,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
getting
coming to work
worse
for
and
you. I want a
worse.
job with
So,
you.
Bob.
Bob, honey, sweetie, poopsie, baby. Are you out of your mind?
How much did you get out of that? You want a big salary rolling in
No,
the dough?
I didn't get anything.
Every question gets worse and worse.
How much is left, Bob?
There isn't.
It's gone?
Yeah.
So, are you still funding it? Are you putting more in?
No, I haven't funded it at all.
He's come here to fund it with your money.
Bob, basically what I've learned, thanks to Barbara's question, is you took $2 million, hired some expensive guys that got you $800,000 in sales. The sales went away. You fired those guys. $2 million's gone. You're down to zero, and you've invented 2 new product lines, and you want to start over again.
Absolutely.
I'm out again.
It's not an investment that I would make. I'm out also.
Bob, you're all over the map, multiple product lines that aren't related. The one product that was successful is now at zero. Then you invented other stuff. I mean, I'm trying to chew on it from every angle, and I still get to zero. I'm out.
Okay.
Bob, I can't do it. It just makes no sense. Go back to real estate. I'm out.
I think you had a mixed up presentation, but I think you're a decent salesman.
There's an offer coming?
No, there's no offer coming.
Barb,
I am definitely out. I just wish I had something
Barb,
nice to say before I said I'm out.
Please give him $500,000.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
Well, he did a bad job of hopping around on that.
Because he had to hide things.
I think we got to the bottom pretty quickly.
We gave him surgery. We got right to it.
Amazing story.
I'd like to say to the Sharks, thank you for helping me see something that I really needed to see and potentially save me some more losses.
I'm April Morris. I'm from Fishers, Indiana, and I've created a product that helps women look and feel fabulous. My company is more than just a business to me. It's a message of hope that any dream is possible. At 17 years old, my plans for the future abruptly ended because I found out that I was pregnant with my son. I got married. 13 months later, I had my daughter, and then I found myself divorced. I became a single mom with 2 kids to raise on my own, and I thought, I refuse to live a life of mediocrity. And I refused to be another statistic of living on welfare, and I was just going to figure it out. And then one day I stumbled upon this idea that just came out of the blue, but I didn't have the money to start it. So then I thought, what about real estate? It turns out I was really successful, and I sold over $9 million in real estate in 1 year. I was so grateful, and I finally had enough money, so I quit selling homes, and that's when I launched my business. Express Effects Cosmetics, this is April. I've invested everything that I have, and I'm just running out of money, and I need the Sharks' help to get me to where I need to be so that I can continue to live my dream, and I'm not giving up. Hello, my name is April Morris. I'm the creator of Thin Gloss. I'm seeking an $80,000 investment in exchange for 20% equity stake in my company. Several years ago, I attended a Christmas party, and I discovered that 2 ladies at the party that I had met referred to me as chubby. So I began to take diet pills. They seemed to work, but the side effects were making me jittery, and I just couldn't fall asleep at night, so I stopped taking them. Sometime later, I was driving in my car, and I began to reapply my lip gloss in the rearview mirror, sitting at a red light, waiting on the light to change. And that's when the idea came to me. I thought, oh my gosh, I wonder if there's a smell or an herb or something that you can put in a lip gloss that may help to curb my appetite or at least make me feel better. So I began to do a ton of research, and I discovered hoodia. Hoodia is a herb from South Africa that has been known to fool your brain into believing you're full. I found other studies on other aromas. When inhaled, they help to enhance energy and boost your mood. So I started the development by combining all of these ingredients into one product, which is Thin Gloss. Thin Gloss has 3 steps. Step 1, you actually inhale the aroma through the nose 30 minutes before you eat. Step 2, you actually apply it liberally all over the lips, like so. And step 3, smile and enjoy the benefits.
April, what are your sales today?
26,000 at the end of last year.
What do you want to track for this year?
Actually, my personal goal is to do $1 million in gross sales by July 1st, 2010.
Okay, but so far this year,
18,000.
18,000. Wow. You may not get to last year's sales at this rate.
With some new things coming up and in the works, I'm for certain that it's going to get there.
So, April, do you have any kind of clinical studies on the product that will allow you to make those claims?
I've spoken to an FDA attorney to ensure that what I'm talking about, and talking about Thin Gloss as a cosmetic, that it actually enhances the appearance of women. And so that's what I recommend, is for women to try it for themselves to see how it works for them.
But see, you're not saying it's a cosmetic. You're saying that it will help you lose weight. There's a big difference.
Is she allowed to do that, Kevin?
No, not without a clinical study.
April, can I try it?
Absolutely.
So what's the thinking that you smell it 30 minutes before you eat?
Well, what I discovered is that inhaling certain aromas through the nose can instantly help to enhance your mood, make you feel better, and enhance energy.
Wow, it smells great.
What makes you think you can go to $1 million immediately?
Well, I actually have a contract with one of the largest cosmetic distributors for the country of India.
Why do you think
India is slated to have the highest % of increase in cosmetic products.
Are you going to India because you can get around this issue that Kevin Harrington identified? You're making a weight loss claim without a clinical study?
Like I said, I've spoken to an FDA attorney, and I'm on track to keep within the guidelines of the FDA.
Let's deal with the facts. You can't put this into a large box store and put a sign up and say, lose weight.
No, that's exactly what I won't say, but what I will say is I invite my customers to try the product for themselves. It's a cosmetic, and it's made to enhance their appearance.
But you're saying it right here.
Better.
It says 30-day weight loss challenge.
She's not saying that.
What's she saying?
Robert, when you show before and afters like that, that's more than implied weight loss.
Is the law clear on that?
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to India, April?
I have not.
I've been to India, and I'll tell you this, it's one of the poorest countries in the world. It would be beyond shocking to me that a lip gloss that helps people lose weight would be a huge seller there. I'd be very careful with the distributor that's telling you he's going to get you to $1 million in sales.
Well, there's also huge import duties in bringing products into India.
I'm not relying on India totally, because I have just signed agreements with other distributors in the United States. So I've got many other things in the works as well.
Here's the thing with distributors. Everybody is a distributor if they'll take your money and take your product. Now, are any of these distributors offering you money ahead of time on signing?
No, they're not.
If you get big, and I was to actually give you $80,000, and we agitated the government that stops this kind of claim, it could be bad for both of us. They can be very nasty when they get pissed off. Isn't that something that's on your mind?
Of course it's on my mind. My intention is to work with the FDA and ensure that I stay within the guidelines, as I mentioned before.
How much is it, April?
Thin Gloss sells for $28.
Wow. $28 for this?
Yes.
Wow.
This is very expensive.
How much is normal lip gloss for a woman?
$8?
You can get an $8 lip gloss probably at a drugstore, but when you go into a department store, you can find lip glosses anywhere from $18 up to $40.
How much does it cost you per capsule or tube?
Between 4 and 5.
Big market.
Wow.
Those are fantastic margins.
I'm wondering if you've lost weight with this product.
I have. I've lost almost 18 pounds since I got the very first sample almost 2 years ago.
April, I would be very nervous about getting involved with it because it's a very legal category, weight loss, and I'm out on this one.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little concerned about the FDA thing with it, so I'm out.
I think I know exactly what you've done here, and I commend it, but I can't endorse it. This claim goes over the edge. Kevin Harrington freaked me out with his concerns about this. That's what I'm worried about, and for that reason, I'm out.
I think I'm uncomfortable with the sales pitch on it, that it's an implied benefit that can't have clarity. And so for that reason, I'm out.
Okay.
I don't have an issue with your gray area of claim. I think you can fix that. My only issue with it is your claim to go from $35,000 to $1 million in sales in 12 months. I have built a lot of businesses and have never seen anyone grow at that rate. I'm out.
Thank you for your time and consideration, and I look forward to seeing what happens a year from now.
I love the confidence.
I think it's very scary to go on the fringe claim aspect of this.
She's under the radar.
Oh, yes,
right now.
yes,
Once
yes.
she comes above the radar, boom. You
A foot comes down and
big trouble.
I'm not discouraged at all. The purpose of me even having Thin Gloss is because I believe women deserve to look and feel beautiful, and I'm going to continue to do that, and I will make my goal.
Next up are George Pod and Rolf Schwartz, who hope to bring new life to a conventional product.
Hello, everyone. My name is George Pod. This is Rolf Schwartz, and we represent Light Film LLC. Today, we're currently seeking $100,000 for a 5% ownership stake in our company. Our product is a light-up decal for car windows.
Right here is my car with the American waving flag. I have people pull me over saying, what is that? I have never seen that before. This waves with a motion sensor and a light sensor. It knows when to go on by itself.
We know we have a winner with this item. We market tested it at the trade show level.
It's a simple application. It's a peel and stick. You peel it, and then you stick it on your window, just like this. The flush mounted. No tools required. Once it's in, you're done.
Is there a wire attached to that?
There's a wire attached in this one.
This is Generation 1 product. We're into our Generation 2 product, which we're moving into a cordless application right now.
how does it get powered if it's cordless?
Through battery pack, and then also we've got the solar charging the battery during the day. So during the day, it's a regular decal, and then at nighttime, it lights up and animates.
Do you own a patent?
Yes. Well, actually, we have a patent application, so it's currently filed.
George, is this a safety device or is it a...
Well, the key market is for the brand affinity, the guy that goes to a college and he wants that logo on his vehicle, pro sports.
If there was a kid in college and wanted his particular sports team, he orders that specific decal from you?
You could down a road, no question.
Well, I think that's why they're here. You're here to help get money for distribution.
Exactly. We'll use the $100,000 to go after these niche sectors that we already have, some verbal commitments, so that we can in turn go to a major retailer with confidence and some track record.
How did you come up with the idea? I'd be so curious.
It's a great story. My son plays hockey. I was dropping him off at the hockey rink, and the vehicle in front of me had the team logo of the hockey team. At the same time, the child in that vehicle was watching cartoons through the flip-down DVD monitor, and I was watching his cartoon right through the back of the window, and I'm like, wait a minute. You got a logo, and you got cartoons and animation. What if the two technologies merged together? It would bring stickers and branding to a whole new level.
Where did you go find it?
Well, my background is industrial design. I've always been working on new product development. The first project I worked on out of college was the first home pregnancy test. I did the whole line of Sears wet dry vacuum cleaners for the Craftsman brand.
My background is financial. I've known George for years, and he told me about it. I had the vision right away.
So you're the real deal?
Absolutely.
What are your sales today?
We're waiting to get money right now.
George, if you believe in the product, why not take some of your own money and sell?
I put all my money into this.
How much you put in?
We got $750,000.
Pardon me?
Oh. $750,000?
Wow.
And it went into pure R&D to develop it?
R&D, patents.
Hired a couple law firms to do all the due diligence. First thing I checked was the legality of it, the street legal aspect of it.
What does it cost you to produce one logo, and what could you sell it for?
This unit here, around $10, but our next generation product, which is a solar battery unit, we can easily make that for $5 or less.
You can make it for $5 and you sell it at...
Well, the wholesale would be $10, and then the retail would be $19.99, or, depending on what licensing deal you have, too.
Do you have those licensing deals in place?
We don't have them in place, but we have the green light to take them to the next level with Harley-Davidson.
Do you know how much those deals will cost you?
Damon, do you have to pay them?
Of course you do.
Yeah.
You got to pay them a down payment fee, and then you have to promise to make X amount, give them X amount of dollars over 3 to 5 years.
Exactly.
Wow.
This is where I made all my money, licensing out my brands.
So we have a great technology that's very interesting for display signs. That's stage one of this business. Now we have to have a marketing plan and a sales plan and distribution plan to capitalize on it. That's where you're at. Why is $100,000 enough? You need more money than that.
I think I can get that foundation level done in those niche sectors that the money will generate back on itself to fund to the next level.
So answer this for me. How does it become really big?
Well, that's the next level of funding, obviously.
To get it really big, you're going to need a lot of cash because you're going to have to pay for all these licenses.
Guys, I made my mind up. I really like what you're doing here, but I'm concerned the $100,000 that I would put up would go into a black hole because you need really another $1 million immediately to really take this thing and develop it. So I'm going to make it easy for the rest of you guys. I'm out.
The thing is, this product screams for a strategic partner that has distribution.
Yeah.
You know, it's intriguing. It really is. But I'm only half the solution. This is one of these rare situations where cash is not enough. I could give you $1 million, and it still wouldn't solve the problem we all sit here facing. Distribution. For that reason, guys, I'm out.
George, I really like the product. I think you guys did a great job. But as the fellow shark illustrated, no amount of money is going to help you bring it to market without the right partner. I'm out.
I'm not only the wrong partner, I'm the wrong customer. If my husband put that on my car, I'd kill him.
You mean your Rolls Royce wouldn't look good with that?
So I'm out.
4 sharks are out. And Damon is George and Rolf's last chance to get a deal.
Here's my problem. I would need to only be in if the second phase works. I'm not interested in the one with the wires. I can actually issue you some licenses. Forget even my FUBU business. If I give you Coogee, one of my other lines, which is the #1 urban line in the country alone, you're going to make $1 million off that as a license. You go out to a store and you get $2 million in orders, you don't have to worry about it. I manufacture it, I ship it, I
you're
bill
doing
it,
the manufacturing?
everything, yes. But I would only be in if the second phase works. I'm not interested in the one with the wires. And I would need 75% of the company.
Four sharks are out. Damon is offering the money they're seeking, but he wants a huge stake in their company.
So for 75% of the company, I will give you $100,000. I will give you unlimited financing on your orders. I just have to make sure that that patent is clear and that it would be for the second stage product that I know would work. I would also offer you the brands that I own as licenses, no money down, no minimums. You would get those immediately. And that is my offer.
Damon, are you saying you're offering $100,000 for 75% of the product?
With guaranteed manufacturing, no need to ever raise any more funds.
That's interesting.
They will never have to look for another investor.
Wow.
Something to think about.
Can we counter?
Sure.
I would like to partner with you. I can see that you understand the whole business that we're going after. However, we would like to recoup our original investment out of the deal if possible and be able to live. Can you live with 51%?
George, is your counter 100?
No, I didn't get to the number yet.
That's important. Let's hear that.
What's that dollar amount?
It's roughly $750,000.
Yeah, baby.
So your counter is $750,000 for 51%.
He would run the company, and then we'd work for him.
I'm loving this.
And we want to partner with you.
What if you had 51% of the equity, but they got an accelerated share of the profit?
Until the 750's paid out.
Until they get back their 750.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
What is the amount of cash that you're willing to take today to sell 75% of your business?
Robert, why are you trying to mess up?
I saw him.
Robert, are you trying to get clarity, or you want to offer?
I sensed an opportunity to buy a great product.
You want to come in on this?
I want to know
Giving
what
him a
the
better
dollar
offer?
amount is to buy 75% of this company.
See, I'm kind of going back to the 51%.
And Rolf, what's the number for 51% of the business?
I want to keep it around a 750 to recoup our investment.
Guys, can you step out in the hall for a second?
Sure.
Damon, you are one greedy shark. Greedy, greedy shark.
But he's taken away all of his
You know
future
what?
problems.
You're a vampire. You're sucking the life out of George. Every last drop of blood, leaving him 25% for his organs to just scratch out a living on. Wow.
You're getting excited.
Damon, I'm sensing in the way that they're answering that they would sell 75% of this business for $100,000.
No.
No way.
This is it. I think they have nowhere left to go. Why don't you offer them the $100,000 and see where they go?
And how do they get their $750 back?
75 cents out of every dollar of profit goes to them.
Until they get their money back.
Can't wait to see.
Okay, guys, so Robert is interested in coming in.
Love it.
But here's what we need to do. If Robert's in, I need to kind of put that number back where I was in that range. You'd get the $100,000. You'd get the unlimited financing, but we still need 70% of the company. Upon sales, you would receive 75 cents on every dollar until you recoup $750,000.
Can we get a little more cash up front? I mean, I want to partner with you guys. I want to make a deal happen.
Can we get maybe another 100, or is it asking too much? Yeah. 200. Can we do everything you just said? Can we get 200 up front so we can breathe?
You want some air, you want a little
Yeah.
food, and this vampire is just sucking you dry.
I think you guys are breathing already. You look like you're healthy.
Deal?
Guys, you got to make a decision because I can't sit here much longer.
I know. We accept the deal. We'll take it. Thrilled.
You got it?
Absolutely thrilled to be partnering with you guys.
I'm in.
Wonderful.
All right.
Okay,
All right, we'll make some money. Okay? Take the
Thank
problems
you.
off your hands.
Thanks, guys.
Okay?
Thank
Gonna
you.
make money, all right?
Congratulations.
I just sensed this was the last stop.
You were on them like a buzzard on a gut wagon as soon as you saw.
That's
Wait.
Robert. You just described him. He's entrails.
That carcass had only a little piece of meat on it.
He's
I like your style, baby.
the vampire and the leech.
Giving up 70% of our company is kind of shocking because we've been living as the owners of this company for 3 years. However, we thought it was most important that we got with the right people to make light film at the high level where it needs to go.